I can never not have fun with this. I can never get tired of this, man. I can never get tired of this. Are you serious? This is what we doing? Let's get it. Come on then, come on then. Come on then, come on. Let that algorithm kick in. We got a fire live show tonight. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. We're just getting started. Smash that like button, share it out. We're just getting started. We're going to talk about Brics. We're going to talk about Brics. And I'm going to talk about two types of Brics. I'm going to talk about Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But I'm also talking about these Brics right here that I got in my hand. These real money Brics. Come on in. Sound money session. Sound money session. We about to get class started. We about to get class started. Like this out. Share this out. Smash that like button. I'm about to break down why you need to exchange a lie for the truth. Get ready to break down why you need to exchange a lie, which is that the dollar is money, for the truth, which is that gold and silver is God's money, it's real money. We're going to talk about Brics. We're going to talk about these Brics in my hand. Like this out, share this out. Come on. How about that algorithm? Y'all know what time it is. Crypto Rick Mims, I'm going live. You know I'm about to bring some fire. You know I'm about to drop some Jews. I gotta make it make sense. I gotta make it make sense. Okay, that's what I do. We're going to talk about the economy. We talk about gold and silver, ports shutting down, all kind of stuff going on, possibly with the strike and whatnot. We got China, okay, cutting interest rates and everything else. So smash that like button. We're about to get started in a few more seconds. I'm gonna pull up this article. Few more seconds, smash that like button so the algorithm can pop and people can know that Crypto Rick Mims is live. Okay, if we talk about Brics, you got to talk about XRP. Of course, we're going to be talking about XRP. We're going to be talking about the most undervalued digital asset on the planet. We're going to talk about the most undervalued physical asset on the planet, which is physical silver. All right, so let me get it started, man. Let me get this started. Turn this down just a tad, man. Turn up. Ricardo Hamilton, Crypto Rick Mims, make it make sense. We're going to be talking about Brics tonight. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Obviously, we're going to talk about some of the major things that are taking place in the global economy right now that's going to affect the purchasing power of your dollars, which is going to affect your ability to provide and maintain a decent standard of living. We're going to talk about how do you hedge against financial crisis and inflation? How do you build real wealth? How do you protect the purchasing power of your dollars? A lot of people don't realize that these assets, physical silver and gold, are more valuable than ever in any time period in history. Gold breaking out to an all-time high right now. Silver and a silver squeeze. The dynamics for silver to break out are, everything is perfect right now. So let me pull up this this article right here, kind of bring this home right here. What's going on with Brics? You know what I'm saying? Why are we seeing gold hit all-time highs right now? Yes, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, everybody. Why are we seeing gold at an all-time high right now? Why are we seeing silver break out? Why is the dollar losing purchasing power? Why are governments and central banks buying more gold and silver than they ever have in any time period in history? Why are the Federal Reserve stepping in here, manipulating the economy, manipulating interest rates? Why is it that the workers at the ports possibly going on strike at the end of the month? What is the ramifications of all of this? We gotta make it make sense. We gotta connect the dots. We gotta bring the neurons together and help people conceptualize what's really taking place, why you need to save in silver and gold. If you want to get silver and gold, go to @costmetals.com, get it at the best prices. @costmetals.com. That's right, Katie. There's a lot going on. We're getting hit with a whole lot of stuff right now, and it's hard to even stay abreast to it, but you got to make sure that you're tapping in to people who are staying on top of this and to the people who are getting the assets and showing you how to get this information. So Brics currency, 40% could be tied to gold and 60% in local currencies. Understand what this means is that de-dollarization is real. The global economy that produces the goods and resources are saying that we no longer want to do business in the US dollar. They're creating their own payment systems that's going to be backed by gold, and it's going to be the value be transferred through the blockchain. Okay, like somebody, we're going to talk about XRP as well, which I believe is the most undervalued digital asset on the planet. XRP and silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. But here we have Brics doing bilateral trade agreements. Okay, and 160 plus countries joining Brics, and all of this is just to get around the dollar. All of this is to escape the weaponized, tyrannical, hegemony that the U.S. has over the monetary system and the ability for governments to conduct trade and commerce amongst themselves. And so we're going to continue to see gold rise as the Federal Reserve gets in here and devalues the currency, as central banks devalue currency. Right now, we're seeing a race to zero. We're seeing a race to zero in regards to fiat currencies, okay? And this is bullish, very bullish for real money. Very bullish for real money, physical assets like gold and silver, very bullish for blockchain and digital assets, okay? And most people don't understand this. They're not getting this news. Things are accelerating very fast. We have the UN and what they're doing with this global governance and trying to take away countries' rights and freedoms and liberties to self-govern and determine how they respond to what they're calling a global crisis. All these things that are taking place right now, they're literally creating a whole new matrix right in front of our eyes because we have been awoken to the matrix that we're presently in. We are in a matrix, okay? And the matrix that we are in, because of the social media, because of internet, we are all understanding how the matrix works. Everything is being exposed in the matrix right now. So while the exposing is going on, they're trying to implement a new matrix. And I'm telling you right now, do not acquiesce. Do not give in. Do not submit. Because we're looking at a slavery 2.0 type of system that's coming out of here. We're talking about, yes, digital IDs. We're talking about them wanting your biometrics tied into the blockchain and AI technology. We're talking about market of the beast type new matrix system that they're trying to put in place. And it's so important that people understand that because you're going to want to have options. You're going to want to have options, okay? And when it comes to your money, when it comes to the global monetary system, the dollar is going to continue to lose purchasing power, but it's silver and gold and digital assets, okay? Digital assets, blockchain and crypto, that's going to have value. And most people don't understand this. They're not hearing it, right? Yes, I saw that. And the Palau digital ID also in, what is that Middle Eastern country, Kuwait? Is it not Kuwait? Qatar. I think maybe in Qatar. I think that it is. I have to find it. It was on Fresh and Fit. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. They had a guy on there and he was breaking down. They're doing something where they're requiring everybody to give up their fingerprints. I can't remember if it's Qatar. It's one of those Middle Eastern countries. I'll find it and I'll probably do a video about it. But they're implementing a new system right now. They're implementing a new system right now. Here we have Brics to unveil the de-dollarization roadmap at the 2024 summit. This is a real thing, folks. So understand something. If you think that the economy is bad now, it's about to get a whole lot worse. Especially if we have this strike at the ports, okay? We're going to see inflation and everything. We're already seeing inflation. I mean, can you imagine we're having a supply shock, okay? And then we're having global economy de-dollarizing. And then we have the Federal Reserve manipulating this market, getting here, devaluing the currency even further, right? So this is the problem that we have, and most people need to understand, how do you hedge against this? What should you be doing? Because look, we could talk about the problem all day. We could talk about the problem all day, but people need solutions. We already know it's bad. What's that movie? It's slipping my mind. But he said, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take The Network. I think that was a movie back in the, I don't know, maybe it was the 80s or whatever it was, but it was called The Network or something. It was a news broadcaster. He just started screaming, I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore. He said, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't going to tell you write your politician because I wouldn't know what to tell you. But I know one thing. First thing, you got to get upset. You got to get angry. And he said, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore. Well, how do you do that? How do you respond? You respond by taking your power back. And you do that by converting their fiat currency into an asset. You take a lie and exchange it for the truth. The lie is that the dollar is money. The lie is that the dollar is something that you can rely on for your financial future. The dollar is not an asset. The dollar is not whole purchasing power. The dollar is not something that you should save. That's the lie. And you have to exchange that lie for the truth. And the truth is that it's God's money that has no third-party counter risk. That's real money, physical silver and gold. It's silver and gold, and it's gold. That's a tier 1 asset. According to the Bank of International Settlements, it has zero risk associated to it. So the world is waking up. The world is waking up. Let me get to some of these comments really quickly here. Crypto will rise naturally in every inflation as a currency fell. Yep, economy is literally not bad. Stop fear mongering. Inflation's at 2%. Well, Hank, you tell that to the workers that are getting ready to strike. I'm gonna just put it like this here, Hank. If the economy is doing fine, the Federal Reserve will have no reason to step in this market and manipulate it the way that they just have. Okay? Understand something, that data that you're looking at, that data is rigged, manipulated, fraudulent data. The Federal Reserve has never been audited. Do you even know that the way they account for inflation today is not the same way they counted for inflation 30 years ago? Do you understand that they take things in and out of the equation to make the economy look like something it's not? This is a rigged and managed, manipulated economy. None of that data is real. It's not real. And you have to hedge against their lies. You have to hedge against their corruption. You have to hedge against what you don't know, because we do know it's worse than what they're telling us. And the way that you do that is by taking your money out of the system, out of their control, and putting it back into God's money, silver and gold, and getting into blockchain and digital assets. Okay? The Federal Reserve literally followed the double mate very well. Buying gold is not this. I don't understand what you're saying, Mark. Mark, if you would love to come on, send me a request, okay? I will add you to this live stream, and then you can say what you need to say. But I hope that when you come to this live stream, you're able to tell me what was the last audit of the Federal Reserve to substantiate what you believe in these numbers that they're producing to you. Because if the Federal Reserve has never been audited, we do not have transparency. And how can we trust a private banking cartel? We did not vote for the board. We did not vote for the chairman. We didn't vote for anybody to be in the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is not a part of the U.S. government. The Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel. So you telling me you trust the cartel's numbers when literally we have the data? Let me pull this up. I'm going to get to the rest of those comments really quickly. Let me pull up this image for that. So, well, then why is it that the U.S. dollar only has 3% of its original purchasing power? Everything is so fine. Inflation's at 2.25%, they say. Well, inflation is at 2.25%, but the purchasing power of the United States dollar is only 3% of what it was since its inception. Where do you think we're going? What do you think the trend is? So let me see. It said buy gold. I would say buy silver. Truth be told, you can't go wrong with buying gold or silver, but you want to get physical silver. This is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. If you want to get physical silver and you want to get it at cost, smash that like button, man. We got about 150 people in here. Been on for about a good 10 minutes, dropping knowledge. Give me up to 1,000 likes. Come on, let's go. Smash that like button. If you want to get silver and gold and you want to get it at cost, you don't want to pay a markup on it, go to www.atcostmetals.com. www.atcostmetals.com. Get physical silver and gold. Get it at the best price. Enter referral code M.I.M.S or Ricardo Hamilton. Said buy gold if you want to stay broke during retirement. So Mark talks about staying broke during retirement, but do you realize that majority of people have their retirement accounts tied to the market, which is rigged and overvalued? Do you realize what happened in 2008, Mark? How did you do during 2008? What did your retirement portfolio look like? Did you get bailed out during 2008, or did Wall Street get bailed out during 2008? You want to talk about retirement accounts? Do you realize that everybody's pension is all tied into this market? Do you realize that there's no real money in circulation? There is no real money in circulation. The only thing that's circulating through this economy right now is debt. And the solution to the debt crisis, guess what it is? More debt. So you talk to me about people's retirement accounts when in a 2008 scenario. This market is massively overvalued. We're $35 trillion in debt. We're adding $1 trillion every 100 days to the national debt. The interest payment alone is $1 trillion. Now, I'm not worried about a debt default, honestly, because the Federal Reserve can just print more money. We'll never really default on the debt. But the question is, what is the purchasing power? Now, that's what the Federal Reserve can't guarantee. The Federal Reserve, Alan Greenspan said that, we can print as much money as you need. We can print as much money as we can have a deficit of $100 trillion, quadrillion dollars. They can pay it. They'll just print more money. But the question is, what is the purchasing power of those said dollars? And do you want to rely on the dollar for your retirement when the dollar has already lost over 98% of its purchasing power since its inception, only has 3% of its purchasing power left? Where do you think we're going to be in the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Now, when you look at gold and somebody says, don't buy gold, stay broke. Well, you must not understand economics. You don't understand what money is in the first place. If you don't think that gold is money, you're from another planet, because gold has been money since the times of Egypt. Gold and silver is God's money, constitutional money. Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. The Bank of International Settlements labeled gold a Tier 1 asset. You say don't buy gold? So what do you say, get? You say stay in dollars and let me guess, buy the S&P? Come on the live stream. Gold and crypto. Let me get to some of these comments. I like falling down better. Apparently all these gurus know much better than fund managers. Okay, so once again, let me know when you got the audit from the Federal Reserve. You have to understand that these people are working together. They're all on each other's board. They meet at World Economic Forum events. They meet at Bilderberg, Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral. They meet in secrecy. And they manage and manipulate the whole thing. And they tell you what they need to tell you to believe what they want you to believe, so they can slowly continue to siphon your wealth through inflation and taxation. That's what the Federal Reserve was set up for. And the banks and corporations that grow up around them and benefit from their policies. So don't talk to me about that. So you want to trust the fund manager when they're going to make a commission regardless when the market crashes. They've already put your money into the market. They're going to make their bonuses. The CEOs of these companies, they're already going to get paid. They're going to get their bonus. You don't need to look too far. You just need to look at 2008. And then you have to realize that nothing has changed since 2008 financial crisis. No bankers went to jail. No laws were changed. Okay. In fact, we were maybe $9-10 trillion in debt. We're over $35 trillion in debt right now. We're not in a healthy economy. This man said we're in a good economy. Hank, you really trying to tell me you think we're really in a good economy with the unemployment that we have, with the inflation that we have, and with the Federal Reserve stepping in here and manipulating the market? We got the global economy de-dollarizing, dumping bonds and treasuries. You have no idea what, hey, you got to come on the live stream and substantiate your position, because I don't see it. You're not even working with the proper data. You forget your briefcase. You say, yep, smart man. Got gas at $3.87 today. Our debt in dollar are a problem. Of course it is. Inflation is another form. Yes, inflation is a hidden tax. Okay, for those who don't know, smash that like button. Give me up to 10,000 likes. Come on in. Smash that like button. Give me up to 10,000 likes. So yes, inflation is a hidden tax. Most people didn't even understand inflation 10, 20 years ago. They didn't talk about inflation. Inflation was not a term that was on the psyche of the American people. It wasn't something that was talked about. People didn't understand inflation. They didn't talk about inflation. Now everybody's becoming aware of inflation, and it's going to get worse. When you see gold rising the way that it is, it's an indicator that the economy, the global economy, that there's trouble ahead. The same way that the bond market inversion is an indicator of future economic events, gold rising in the manner that it is an indicator of future economic events that are going to take place. It says, yep, yes, sir. Keep talking, brother. Yeah, I'm right here. We lost $6 billion. Exactly. Fiat currency is unconstitutional, unlawful. Yes, the Federal Reserve should have never been set up in this country. The founding fathers of this country said that the Federal Reserve is public and it's the worst thing that could ever happen to this country. We're better off at war with China off the coast of California than having a central bank in this country. The Federal Reserve is public enemy number one. We should never have allowed the Federal Reserve to exist. We do not need a private banking cartel to issue our currency for us when we have a United States Treasury that can issue debt-free, interest-free notes. The Federal Reserve's product is debt. I hope you understand that. The Federal Reserve's product is not money, it's debt. That's their product. And they want you to have more of their product. And they will create environments and situations through their proxies for you to need more of their product. And if they ever stop getting their product, the system would crash. So debt constantly has to enter the system. But they got you to think that debt was money. They told you that the dollar was money. It was a slow trick that they played on the world because the dollar was backed by gold. So the dollar was money at one point because you could redeem the dollar for the gold. But now the dollar is nothing. It's fiat currency. It's a piece of paper. It's not even backed by oil anymore. Saudi Arabia is no longer contractually required to only sell oil in dollars. The writing is on the wall. It's as clear as day. It's as clear as day. Smash that like button. I appreciate everybody on this live stream. JB Blaze say, where do you get silver, bro? Go to @costmetals.com, www.costmetals.com. They got the best prices on silver and gold and platinum. Nobody beats their prices. They're in a league of their own. Enter referral code M.I.M.S. When you create an account, I'll be giving you a call tomorrow afternoon, asking if you got any questions, walking you through the process on putting yourself in position to get gold and silver at cost. So go to @costmetals.com, referral code M.I.M.S. or Ricardo Hamilton. Okay? One word, no spaces. Ricardo Hamilton. It says, so what you're going to do with it, go to your neighbor and trade for bread. So understand something, that gold and silver is money. What do you do with money? Money, currency, right? So the whole thing is that a lot of people say, you can't eat the silver. I don't have to eat the silver. But if I don't have something to barter with, God's money is something that everybody around the world accepts and knows is valuable. Understand that. Understand that gold and silver is valuable no matter where you go. So if I need to be able to acquire some goods and services and I don't have paper money, or the paper money is no good, you better have some gold and silver. What if they don't want your chickens? What do you got around your house right now that somebody's going to want to barter for? I mean, really think about it. What do you got in your house that's different than everybody else that got in their house that somebody's going to want from you to barter with? You going to go to your flat screen TV to the farmer and say, hey, let me get some of them chickens and a couple of eggs? He don't want your flat screen TV. What you got is some furniture? What do you have of value that he can exchange with somebody else that they're going to acknowledge and represent that value? That's God's money. And blockchain, you know, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole. I'll take it for some bread. Exactly. See, people will take it for some bread. Look, we're living in biblical prophecy days. There is no getting rich during this time. Who cares? So this is the thing. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna read it verbatim. Because I don't want to, I'm going to just paraphrase it. But if you go look at Revelations 3:18, since you said that we are in biblical times, and you must be talking about Revelations, well, you go to look at Revelations 3:18, and I'm going to read it for you. Revelations 3:18, God says, I counsel you to buy gold. Well, actually he says, I counsel you to buy from me gold refined by fire so that you may be rich, and white garments so that you may be clothed yourself. And the shame of your nakedness shall not be seen, and salve to anoint your eyes so that you may see. So you're contradicting to what you're even saying right here on the live stream. Gold and silver, gold is it's counseled by God to get in these times that we're in, these biblical times. So you might want to retract that statement, or you tell me, how do you interpret Revelations 3:18? Okay? So now, this guy is smart as hell. How do you feel about XRP? Brother, XRP is the most undervalued digital asset on the planet. XRP is the most undervalued digital asset on the planet. I hope that speaks volumes. Debt is circulating. That's all that's circulating. There is no real money going through the system. It's all debt. Okay? I'm a little behind these comments, so let me focus on these comments before I pull up the next article. 2008 silver was $3 an ounce. Wow. Silver about $32 an ounce right now. Okay? And at 2008, we were $10 trillion in debt. Now we're over $35 trillion in debt. The dollar's purchasing power. I'm going to pull that up here in a second. I just want to get to the comments. I'm going to pull up something. Stay with me. In the meantime, smash that like button. We're almost there to 10,000 likes. Help out this algorithm. Chi-Town in the 80s, it was $50 an ounce. Yep, probably the same reason people buy bread. No, okay, can't buy bread in Walmart. Do you keep anything in the bank? I keep enough in the bank to pay bills. Why would you keep money in the bank? The banks are not your friends. The banks are loaning out 100% of your money. They're not giving you any interest on it. Okay? The banks are not your friends. Your dollar is losing purchasing power while sitting in the bank. I keep enough in the bank to pay any automatic current bills. Right? The money changers. Yep. You see this right here? This is what we need to do to the money changers. This is the person that started talking about the end times, right? Right here. This is what we need to do to those money changers. I'm gonna have to take. Okay, y'all might be able to see that. See that right there? That's Jesus whipping the money changers in the temple. Okay, that's what we need to do. You know how you whip the money changers without getting physical? Exchange those lies, which is the US dollar, for the truth, and get God's money, like He counsels you to do. Get you some real money, silver and gold. You can sell it when you need the money. Yeah, you can always sell the gold and silver for fiat. I can always get fiat if I need to with this. I'll still have the money. Bitcoin undisputed. You can send it. Yeah, Bitcoin, I like digital assets. Okay? I like digital assets. I believe XRP is most undervalued. I like digital assets. I like physical assets. The one thing that's guaranteed is that the dollar is going to continue to lose purchasing power. That's all it's ever done since its inception, and now it only holds 3% of it, and it's going to get worse. So that means assets are going to rise in value. Digital assets are going to rise in value. Physical assets are going to rise in value. So I'm very bullish on physical silver and gold. Okay? Very bullish on blockchain digital assets. We're going to keep rocking out because they're not like us. Let me get to this next comments here. We have internet people don't understand that. Stores are closing down to open up on the metaverse. Gold beats inflation. Yeah, see, most people don't even realize that gold and silver on average for the last 20 years have been doing about 10%. Let me say that again, because some people get excited about the S&P doing 8% a year. Well, gold and silver over the last 20 years have done about 10%. Okay, so how about that? Right? I think silver over the last 20 years actually did about 14%. Right? There's a benefit to holding real money right now. And it's just going to get worse for the dollar and the global economy. You need to get physical silver and gold. So go to @costmetals.com and get it at cost. Don't overpay for it. Don't pay a markup. Anywhere else you go, they're going to mark up the asset because that's how they get paid. At Cost Metals, it's a membership like Costco. Very nominal membership. The membership pays for itself. The benefits are phenomenal. Go to @costmetals.com and put in referral code M.I.M.S. Referral code M.I.M.S. I do see we have somebody send me a request. Banned comedy. I might bring you up for a question or answer. Just hold on. I want to get to the bottom of these comments first. Nothing has fixed. You can use gold in everyday purchases. Yes, gold and silver is real money. It's constitutional money. Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. There are about 12 states in the United States where you can spend gold and silver the same way you spend cash. Let me say that again. There are about 12 states, and I'm under promising over delivering right now. There are about 12 states in the United States where you can spend gold and silver the same way you spend cash. Gold and silver is real money, legal tender in about 12 states or so. I appreciate those gifts. Smash that like button. So I should be buying Bitcoin, gold, and silver and copper. I recommend, I would say that yes, you would be doing a very wise thing by diversifying out of the dollar into assets during a deflationary environment. Okay, with the purchasing power of the dollar. You want to get into blockchain and cryptocurrency. Now, gold and silver is your savings. That's how you save money. Gold and silver are not investments. Blockchain and crypto to me are investments. On the U.S. debt clock, silver is $670 per ounce and gold is $4,917 per ounce, but didn't hit the public. Oh yeah, massively undervalued. Gold and silver is massively undervalued. Even still, gold hitting all-time highs. Can you imagine that silver is still below its all-time high? The book of Revelations doesn't care what investing strategy you have. We're living in that book. I don't know if that's in correlations to Revelation 3:18 or not, but I don't see the point in that one. Bible money is gold and silver. Yes, it is. Mentioned from Genesis to Revelations. Let me see here. That note's 100% accurate. Anything can be currency. Only money can be money. Slave dollar, they promised, they lied. The man is speaking the truth. I appreciate that. What about gold and silver? www.atcostmetals.com. www.atcostmetals.com. Referral code Ricardo Hamilton, or go ahead and put in MIMS. No spaces on Ricardo Hamilton. Gold is money, but dead money. Brics poses zero threat. I would have to really disagree with you. I want to get to the bottom of these comments and get to the next thing, and also, okay, I guess who wanted to come up? Let them come up here. Will you talk about blockchain? Yeah, I will get the blockchain. I will get to blockchain. What's the website called? atcostmetals, atcostmetals.com. Just trying to get to these comments here. So I lost my money because I thought 100. That's not talking about in the physical. Okay. All right, Katie. Well, you just saved dollars, Katie. That's hey, if that's your prerogative, if you like saving in dollars and you believe in the U.S. stock market and you believe in the Federal Reserve, that they've never been audited, there's nothing wrong with that. This ain't the live stream for you. What's the website to buy silver? www.atcostmetals.com. www.atcostmetals.com. Referral code MIMS or Ricardo Hamilton. Wait, you love gold but also love digital assets? Yes. Yes. Why do people limit themselves? When you go to your fund manager, Fidelity or Charles Schwab or wherever you go, and you go get a mutual fund, don't they diversify your funds into different areas and segments of the economy? You might got some blue chips, you might got some low cap, mid cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do people think that you can't have silver, gold, and crypto? Why do you think that you only have to have digital assets or physical? Why can't you have both? I never understand that. Yes, I love digital assets and I love physical assets during this inflationary global monetary reset that we're seeing right now and the collapse of the fiat currencies. Yes, get gold and get silver, especially physical silver more than gold, and get in the blockchain and crypto. What's the big secret, my guy? We passed that. Tribe Revelation 9 and 10, my friend. Okay. Gold is only good if you can buy it at a reasonable prices for profit. And that's why you want to go to At-Cost Metals. That's why you want to go to At-Cost Metals. King Prominence was good. About gold, we were wrong about interpretation. Okay. Start getting silver once I met you, bro. Awesome. Congratulations. Where can I get one of those money changers bars? I'll reach out to you. See, certain products, they only make so many of them, and you had to get them at that time, or you got to get them from somebody who's going to sell them. And I'm not selling mine right now. I don't think there's a site. I'm gonna check a site that I know that might have it, and I'll let you know. Let me see here. Almost down at the bottom here. I'm buying silver, curb inflation. I started during pandemic when market crashed. How high do you think silver will go in 2024? Well, we're almost. I think that we're going to see all-time highs in silver. We will see all-time highs in silver in 2025. Okay, mark my words. We will see all-time high in silver in 2025. I'll show another article in a second here showing that the demand for silver is outpacing the supply in 2025. People have no idea what the rigging and manipulation and the corruption that's been taking place in the silver market, okay, in the precious metals market. It's ridiculous. Smash that like button. We're almost there at 10,000 likes. Do you keep cash on hand or do you buy silver with all of that you have? So listen, it's savings. You got to save your money. However you save your money, you just save it in silver. Save it in gold. When you invest in blockchain and crypto. But your emergency fund is in cash. Cash flow is king. You still need multiple streams of income. That's in cash. But your savings, I don't save dollars. Why save dollars? The dollar doesn't save value. The dollar is not a savings instrument. It's for spending. Why would you save dollars? Saving dollars is for losers. Okay, you don't save dollars. Now your emergency fund, yes, it's in dollars. You know, your car break down, you need to tap into some cash real quick. Emergency fund. But your savings, you do not keep in dollars. Gold and silver is real money. Yeah, they're not like us. How can I get gold and silver on the blockchain? We'll talk about that. Russian Jones, there will only be gold and silver on the blockchain. Yeah, everything is going to be tokenized. That's why I'm bullish on the whole blockchain sector. Everything will be tokenized, okay? Everything is going on the blockchain. Gold, silver, real estate, land, stocks, bonds, you name it. It's all going to be on the blockchain. So there's a massive wealth transfer that's getting ready to take place. We're talking about quadrillions of dollars that are all going to be transferred on the blockchain. Okay, so that's why I'm bullish on gold, silver, and blockchain technology. Okay. Do you like Pepe coin? I really don't do too much of the meme coins, but you know the communities are huge, and so that gives it value. Real estate is the best asset. Yeah, I don't know. I like real estate. I like land. You know, I like real estate. The only thing I think about real estate is that it's rigged and manipulated market as well. And in 2008 situation, you know, what happens to the value of your house? Then you're underwater, and you know. Now I like real estate if you have a HELOC in first lien position. I hate real estate for people who got mortgages, because mortgage is a death contract. It's a death note. You know, no matter how much you pay down, you're still paying amortized interest calculated over that time period. You could pay half your house off. You're not paying for half the house. You're still paying for the whole house. And by the time you pay the mortgage plus the interest, you pay for 2 houses. I hate mortgages, you know, but I learned about first lien HELOCs. Blew my mind. That's a whole nother conversation. Blockchain, precious metals. How are you living right now from 2 different accounts? They scamming you with your name, my boy. The way At Metals works as an affiliate program, I have 2 positions in my affiliate program. That's all. So you can either use M.I.M.S or Ricardo Hamilton. That you don't have to worry about that. That doesn't affect your ability to get access to the assets at cost and take advantage of what this company has to offer. Now you in my pockets, okay? Get out of my pockets. You think it will be traded in physical gold, though? You think we'll be trading in physical gold? Right now, there are 12 states in the United States where people are buying goods and services with gold and silver. Gold and silver is constitutional money. The U.S. dollar is not money. It's fiat currency. You got to understand that. Right now, a lot of people aren't using money because they're using debt. They're using fiat. But there are 12 states in the United States where gold and silver is legal tender. And more are coming. Are you getting some Brics dollars when it's available? I don't know how that's going to look. But if it's possible, why not? It's going to be more valuable than a dollar. You know why? Do you understand that the G7 nations are in decline? The G7 nations as a total, as the GDP, they are in decline. The BRICS nations' GDP is greater than the GDP of the BRICS nations. So somebody commented earlier and said BRICS is not a threat. Okay. I don't know who told you that. Bye, Felicia. Because BRICS right now is a global conglomerate. Their GDP is greater and exceeding beyond the G7 nations. That's a trend. So what do you think is going to be the value of their currency, since you think they're not a threat? When they're buying real money, more gold and silver than they have in any time period in history. While we don't even know what kind of gold the U.S. got. When's the last time that Fort Knox has been audited? What's in Fort Knox? Do you know what's in Fort Knox? They don't know what's in Fort Knox. They don't know. The Federal Reserve has never been audited. Ain't no transparency. Come on. At silver cents, it was $20 an ounce. Awesome. What begins in 2025? Everything. Also, gold and silver put a pause on the value of money and is increasing exponential. I'm almost down to the bottom, folks. Silver was $47 in 2011. Exactly. It's going to break all-time highs in 2025. Damn, M.I.M.S, I hope these people taking notes. Oh, yeah, brother. Look, I go live every night in either 9, 10, or 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday, man. Help people get these assets, showing them where to get them at the best place, at Cost Metals. And I'm dropping gems every time. I think people should know by now, if you're going to come to M.I.M.S live stream, have a pen and paper. Get ready. Because I'm going to share some information with you that you don't know about, that people aren't sharing. I'm going to make it make sense. That's why I'm M.I.M.S. That's what I do. I make it make sense. If you can't pay your home off in 7 years, you're wasting everyone's time. Exactly. If you don't pay your house off within 5 to 7 years, you're doing something wrong. And you don't have to change your income or nothing. And you get instant access to your equity. Okay? It's simple interest, calculated daily, right? It's huge. People don't understand the value of having a HELOC in first lien position. Most people know HELOC as a second mortgage. You don't want that, in my opinion. Right? What about our money that's in retirement investments? Yeah, what about it? It's tied to the market. The market does well, your investment does well. By the time you need it, hopefully the market is still up. Hopefully, the purchasing power of the dollar is still strong. But I just look at 2008. You don't have to go back too far to figure out what about your retirement. they've levered everything in this economy. Pensions are levered in, maxed out. 401ks levered in, maxed out. The money's not there. The money's not there. This is an illusion. It's an illusion. The same way they got 400 plus contracts to every ounce of silver, and the way they're manipulating this market with shorts and naked short selling and everything else in the derivatives, it's not real. It's a fugazi. The money's not there. If everybody goes to the bank today to pull out their money, it ain't there. Okay? And the FDIC don't got everybody's money. Okay? They in trouble as it is right now. Most people don't know. Okay, you're like 20 comments behind. I'm not going to sit here and wait that long. Hey, then you're just going to miss some knowledge in the process. That's just how it is. Let me see. IOUs, Fort Knox, Brics currency going to crash. If Brics currency is backed by gold, as they say it is, which we know it is, I highly doubt that. Now I'm at the bottom. Got 10 G's. What to do with it? Yeah, if you want to get silver or gold with that, I just helped somebody out just the other day. They joined At-Cost Metals. They had $10,000 that they wanted to buy in silver. They got the membership with At-Cost Metals, and they bought them some silver. Okay? AtCostMetals.com, referral code Ricardo Hamilton or MIMS. I'm going to reach out to you and help you get set up. All right, so let me see if this person is still here. Okay, they left. All right, let me pull up this next article. Hey, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. That's what they. It is right here. I pulled this up last time. This is currency debasement. Okay? Currency debasement. They are constantly, continuously, and consistently debasing the currency. So this is just from 2000. Okay? This is from this is the Federal Reserve data and the World Bank data. Okay? And this is showing you the currencies since the year 2000, not since 1913. Not since 1971 when the dollar went off the gold standard. This is from, and let me give y'all a shout out real quick, man. Shout out to everybody, smash that like button. 12,000 likes, let's get it. That money clap is for y'all. That money clap is for y'all. Let's go to 20. Give me up to 20,000 likes. Keep adding value to this live stream. Transference of energy. Transference of energy. It's called paying attention right there, right? So here we have the United States dollar. Since the year 2000, has lost over 78% of its purchasing power. Has been debased by 78%. This is a trend. This is why you don't save in dollars. Okay? The dollar is a liability to you. Now, cash flow is king. Okay? But you need to save your money in real money, physical silver and gold, which is doing about 10% year over year, which is massively undervalued right now, physical silver. Okay. That was me. Thanks for all your help. Okay, yeah, I know who it was. You're welcome, brother. Congratulations to you as well. Congratulations to you. Require labor mine is backed by resources that have been mined. Brics is going to take over. Yeah, agree. Host doing God's work, saving lives. Gold and silver is the answer to bad government. That's right, Dino, and I appreciate that. That's the truth, man. Not too many people are articulating the problem the way I am. Not too many people are showing people how to get it at cost, without paying a markup. And then they're not correlating these events. They're not correlating the dynamics of what's going on in the present monetary system and how that's going to affect them in the long term. But one of the best things that you can do, even if you don't understand all this, is just understand that you're going to be diversifying. You're going to hedge. You're going to be protecting your purchasing power of your dollars by saving in silver and gold. I mean, look at this here. Let me show you how bad this economy is, right? Or I should say just how bad. You'll see. And this has been circulating, okay? Give me a second here. All right. So here we got unrealized gains and losses on investment securities. This is nasty. Look at this graph. This is nasty. This is very alarming. This is scary, okay? Because this is just going to get worse. So here you have, look at 2008. Remember I talked about 2008 financial crisis, right? Look at where we were in 2008 in the graph, right? You can see the unrealized losses on investments and securities. Look where we are today in 2024. If you think 2008 was bad, you have no idea what's coming. You have no idea what's coming. Is it better to buy silver? Is it better to buy gold bars or gold coins? It's all the same, really. You know, whether you get a this is a bar, right? 1 ounce silver bar with the commemorating the historic of Trump right here, right? Or you get a coin. It's the same. Bars or coins, really, it doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you get it and it's pure and you get it physical. You don't want no paper contracts. You don't want no ETFs. You want physical silver and gold, and you want to get it at cost. You don't want to overpay for it, right? You want to get it at the best price. So that's why you want to go to atcostmetals.com, referral code Ricardo Hamilton on MIMS. But look at this, unrealized losses. Unrealized losses. Okay? This is a sign. Not to mention the derivatives market and everything else. This is what I mean. People really just don't have any idea how bad it is. But this is how you hedge and diversify and bet against the debt. If you want to bet against the debt, you save in physical silver and gold. Okay? Why wouldn't you want ETFs that are insured? Listen, because they don't have all the metal. It's not there. If everybody called in those contracts and wanted to get physical, it's not there. They've rated the COMEX, they've rated the LBMA. They don't have everybody's assets. There's 400 contracts to an ounce of silver, and it's probably 10,000 ounces in each contract. That's what people don't understand. When you go to the U.S. debt clock and you see that the U.S. debt clock says it's 400 ounces to one every ounce of silver, 406. Well, every contract is like 10,000 ounces or something. It's not there. They don't have it. So that's what I'm saying. It's a major liability to have a piece of paper saying you own an asset. You want to make sure you have the physical asset, physical silver and gold, because it's not enough out there. It's not a lot out there. There's rigged and manipulating the numbers. They're naked shorting and everything else with this economy right now. So I said, do you understand how bond prices work? Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. Yields and prices are negatively correlated. When the Fed cuts rates, the value of all bonds falls. Well, of course. Of course. Why do you think the Federal Reserve is stepping in here trying to inject liquidity into these markets? Because all that stimulus money is drying up. And understand something. Are you trying to say that because the Federal Reserve cutting rate, that's not inflationary? Where do you think the Federal Reserve gets the money from? They're not federal. They don't have any reserves. They've never been audited. So we're creating value from nothing, and they're making money cheap. So what's going to happen? Borrowing. You see, debt has to continue to enter the system. When they're cutting rates, they're adding more. They're taking their product. They're taking their own product, which is debt, and they're buying debt to reduce the rate of debt. The whole system is debt. It's all debt. That's all it is. There's no real money in circulation. Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution, gold and silver is money. The Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel. I don't know why anybody, if you're in the United States, you might as well be a redcoat. You might as well be a traitor to the United States if you support the Federal Reserve, which is a private banking cartel. We didn't vote for them. Ain't no democracy in the Federal Reserve. They've never been audited. So if you love the Federal Reserve, you are against this country and its people, this nation and its people. Because we have the ability to print our own notes, debt-free, interest-free notes. You know why they got rid of President Kennedy? One of the reasons they got rid of Kennedy is because he signed Executive Order 11110, creating silver certificates, taking back the power from the Federal Reserve and giving it back to the people. Bypassing the Federal Reserve, this corrupt cartel, okay? That's what it is. And this person has a lot of comments. You would love to come up. If you want to come up, Penny, you're more than welcome to come up. I hope you have the data on the Fed that was audited. Okay, I hope you can tell me how to. People don't even know what the Federal Reserve is doing right now. They're buying up this market. The Federal Reserve is buying up everything. They're doing currency swaps with other central banks that are buying up everything. This was the setup from the beginning. To confiscate the wealth and the power of this nation through debt, through interest, through taxation. That's why the Federal Reserve exists. And you can see that throughout history that is what they've done. They have devalued the purchasing power of this currency. They're taxing the people. They're doing all kind of fugazi behind the scenes because you never know what they're doing. okay, because they've never been audited, okay? It's simple because of Fed cuts rates. Well, that's what capitalism is. No. That's not how it's supposed to be. The Constitution specifically says gold and silver is money, and the Congress is supposed to manage that, not a private banking cartel. Yes, debt is bad. This type of debt is bad. The reason that we're in a financial crisis that we're in right now, the reason that the middle class is being wiped out, the reason that savers are losing, the poor keep getting poor, is because they're saving dollars. And the dollar is a unit of debt, and they're creating more debt, stealing from the purchasing power of dollars in circulation. This is why the wealthy get wealthier and the poor get poor, because they don't understand this. And then you have people like this who are substantiating their viewpoints and talking points. How do you have followers? What finna license do you have? See, you see, I'm gonna do something about this. I'll come up. I'm gonna send you a request. Let me see here. Add. No, that's a moderator. Let me see if I can send Penny a request. Bro is smart. Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you. Find it. Send me. It should be on there. You can send me a request, but let me see if I can find you. BlackRock buying crypto too. Yeah, I know. BlackRock buying crypto, and J.P. Morgan sitting on over 800 ounces of silver. Right? J.P. Morgan, the bank that has been rigged, that has been fined, and their traders have went to jail for rigging the precious metals market. They're sitting on 800 million ounces of silver right now. Sitting on 800 million ounces of silver right now. Did you stop playing incandescence is fraud? Well, I posted a video earlier. This is what I will say. Sherry Jackson Peel, you need to find out who she is, okay? Sherry Jackson Peel, who was an ex-IRS agent, one of the top IRS agents, when she left the IRS, she actually took up a contest where somebody put in a newspaper and they said, we'll pay you $50,000 if you can prove that the average American has to pay income tax. So she's like, well, shit, I'm the top IRS agent in the damn country. I can easily prove that, and I'm going to get that $50,000. Well, guess what? She couldn't prove it. She couldn't find where the average American had to pay income tax. Okay? And there are multiple ex-IRS agents that have come out and said that the law is not there for the average American to require them to pay income tax. Understand that this whole system that got set up, the Federal Reserve, the private banking cartel, you see, these are redcoats. These are redcoats. The Revolutionary War was not fought over tea and taxes. The Revolutionary War was fought because the colonies did not have the ability to issue their own debt-free, interest-free notes. Okay? The colonies, and let me say that one more time, the colonies, and you're going to have to come on screen, Penny, if you want to talk, because I need to see your face. Pull your face up, put the lights on, okay?
There we go. Hello.
Okay, here we go. Now, let me say this before you come in.
Okay.
The Revolutionary War was fought because the colonies did not have the ability to issue their own debt-free, interest-free notes, because they understood that a debt-bearing, interest-bearing notes they had to forced to have by England would enslave this nation to where the people would not have their homes and be left out on the streets. So I wanted to get that out there. Go ahead, Penny. How you doing?
Good, man. I just am not sure what that has to do with unrealized losses on investment securities, to be honest.
So you hold on. Are you focused on that one aspect of
yep,
everything
the thing you got on your screen and what you're really implying by that.
The whole conversation that I talk about is the loss in purchasing power of the dollar. Okay,
correct. That's very true.
Yeah, exactly. And so we talk about the health of the global economy. Okay, and we talk about what Brics is doing and how people can hedge and diversify. So
Brics is not a real thing. Not any real asset allocator or actual investor is worried about.
Well, that's your opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I think look at the money that's flowing into Brics.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me ask you this: when is the last time the Federal Reserve has been audited?
Has been audited?
Yes. When is the last time the Federal Reserve has been audited?
What do they need to get audited for?
So for transparency,
they release their assets and they're fully transparent every day.
No, they're not transparent because they've never been audited.
I can read their balance sheet to you right now.
Do you understand that the Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel?
Okay, but they release their balance sheet.
Okay. So
quarterly.
do you understand that they have never been independently audited? The data that they're producing to you is their data that they want you to see. Do you understand that?
Do you realize in the financial markets there's a buyer and seller on every transaction?
I want you to answer that question. Do you
There's a
understand?
buyer and
that there
seller
has
on every
been no-
transaction. We can trace back
Hold on, let me
every
ask you
single
this. You didn't
transaction in
answer my
financial
question.
markets.
Let me answer this question. There has been no independent audit of the Federal Reserve.
There doesn't need to be. It's happening every day right in front of your face.
Excuse me. So you trust the private banking cartel? Is that what you're telling me?
What's private about?
Hold on.
What's
What do you
private
mean? What's
about
private
financial
about
markets?
them?
There's nothing private
Are you
about
telling me
them.
the Federal Reserve is part of the government? Is that what you're telling me?
What?
Are you telling me the Federal Reserve is part of the U.S.
No,
government?
I'm saying that they transact in
they're
financial
private.
markets
So they're
just
not
like
public.
everybody
So they're
else.
private.
And
Hold on. Are they public or private?
dude, what do you're saying
Well,
that you can't trust their data, and I'm saying that you can.
Are they public or private?
That's not what you asked me originally, but they
so
are
are
a
they
private
public?
institution.
It's a private. So you trust these private people that they're going to give
What about them? Trust what about them?
All right, so I think we're going to go in circles because I think you
trust what? What do I trust? Their numbers, their balance sheet that they post online? Yes, I trust that.
Well, then that's the problem right there. Because
why would you not trust that when, again, in financial markets, whenever you buy an asset or sell an asset, there's somebody else on that side of the trade. So if they were fudging their numbers, that means the entire world is fudging their numbers. And if that's real, and you don't know how to make money in a world where everything's fake, then that's your problems.
So do you know well, that's what I'm saying. This is conjecture, it's your opinion, but I know the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution is gold and silver is money.
Where'd you get your law degree from?
Who said anything about getting a law degree? The Constitution, are you telling me, hold on, wait. I just told you that Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution, gold and silver is legal tender. And instead of saying you're right, you asked me where did I get my law degree come from?
I was just asking a question.
What does that have to do with gold and silver being legal tender, constitutional money in the United States?
Dude, what does this have to do with unrealized losses on investment securities?
We're not talking about that anymore. We're way past that.
Exactly. You're talking about weird conspiracies that make no sense.
Well, then why are you on the stream? You might want to leave the stream, bro.
Because you're giving horrible financial advice to people.
No, what I'm telling people is that gold and silver is real money. And I'm telling you that gold and silver is
but
how
it's
you
not. It's not. Go to a restaurant and try to buy a burger with
I'm
a piece of gold.
Go right now. Because
you buy a burger with gold?
According to the U.S. Constitution, gold and silver is money, but according to Penny, gold and silver is not money. So who are you going
according
to
any business in America, it's not.
You're going to listen to the Constitution. Listen, I'm going to listen to the Constitution, Penny.
Alrighty, man.
This live stream might not be for you. All right, brother.
Alrighty, man.
Yeah. So this is the whole thing. It was a great conversation. Thank you for coming up. I don't think you proved any point, and that's why I had to let you go, because you just weren't making sense. Gold and silver is Article 1, Section 10 of your... So what he says is, who cares about the Constitution? We should just trust a private banking cartel. We should just trust some people that we don't know that is enslaving this nation through debt and interest. Okay? We should just trust the... This is insane. You see? But I'm not going to ask him where he went to school because I don't want to know. Because I can already tell wherever he went to school is somewhere where I don't want to go and I don't want to learn from. If somebody tells you, he says it's perfectly fine that the Federal Reserve has never been audited. What? Now you know why? Because he correlated what he thought he was saying was he trusts his government. And there's nothing wrong. You should be able to trust your government. But the Federal Reserve is not your government. The Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel that does not have your best interests at mind. We should have never had a central bank in this country in the first place. So you're trusting, you're trying to correlate the Federal Reserve as it's the federal government, and you're saying, well, why would I not trust the Fed? As if you're saying, why would I not trust my government? As if the government and the Fed doesn't lie in the first damn place. Okay, do you realize up until 2008 financial crisis, the freaking credit rating companies was in on the bullshit, telling you that the houses were AAA rated. The goddamn banks knew what the hell they were doing, selling out these loans and giving them to people who couldn't. They knew the whole time. So these are the people you trust. He looks like a young boy. I think he's a young man. He looks very young in the face. He got that baby face still. He's not, son, you're not in my league yet. Okay, you got to go back. Whatever school you're going to, you're in the wrong school. You're in the wrong school. Okay, you studying Keynesian economics or something. Okay, you just studying the wrong economics. You're part of the system. Okay, listen, gonna tell this. I'm gonna laugh off this one for days. We don't need to audit the Fed. We just need to trust the Federal Reserve. We just need to trust the private banking cartel. Why would we not trust the Fed? We don't need gold and silver. Oh, those founding fathers, they don't know what they're talking about. Why do we need gold and silver as money when we can just print it up with paper, enslave the nation through debt and interest? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you really saying? No, but he wants to get caught up on unrealized losses, and they have some jargon. The issue is nothing to worry about. Listen, get you some silver and gold. Hedge against financial crisis and inflation. www.atcostmetals.com. www.atcostmetals.com. Okay, referral code Ricardo Hamilton or M.I.M.S. Let me see. Brother say, can you go to any restaurant and use equities or stocks to buy a burger? Penny laughs as Rome burns. Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. I mean, we're literally in a financial crisis, and it seems like he's saying that the economy is healthy, the Federal Reserve knows what they're doing, and everything is fine. Unrealized losses, it's not a big issue, which is not. It's a symptom. It's a symptom. But I'm showing that, you see, as opposed to seeing the big picture, what they do is they try to get you on one little piece and conjecture and make that the big issue. But in the grand scheme of things, it has nothing to do with the overall objective of the whole conversation, which is that it's gold and silver that you need to hedge against financial crisis and inflation, which we're in right now. It's Brics and other countries. You talk about Brics. I'm going to pull up this. He says Brics is irrelevant. You can tell who he's listening to. You can tell who's educating him. For him to say Brics is irrelevant, he doesn't understand what he's talking about. Because Brics is a conglomerate of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and other countries. And as a conglomerate, their GDP is greater than the G7 nations as we speak right now. So what do you think their currency in the future and the trend is going to be if the G7 nations are sinking and the Brics nations are rising? Where do you project that to be in the value of currencies in their economy versus the G7 economies? France and the US and Canada and all these G7 nations. Come on, they just upset. You know why they be upset? Because I had somebody on the last live stream, and this live stream is still up because I'm sticking straight to the, to the facts here, and I guess the haters ain't report me yet because I ain't say nothing wrong because they know I'm gonna just appeal it, and TikTok is gonna go ahead and let the live stream come back anyway. So they letting the live stream, but they're upset because how is it that this brother, this black man who didn't go to no prestigious economic school like I did, got all these people listening to him and making it make sense about buying silver and gold and what's going on in the economy, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, barely can graduate, listening to Alan, who are they listening to? Jerome Powell. Listening to Jerome Powell. Come on. Don't shoot the messenger. Why don't you just try to learn something? They already told you they lies. All they need in order to gain control now. Or what are the choices? Yeah, fix the issue. Penny got his name right. Yeah, Penny, because his future value is a penny. Well, this is the thing. The thing about Penny is I can just tell that he doesn't have any gold and silver, okay? Which means he's not diversified. Okay, even Warren Buffett and them will tell you, hey, at least allocate 5% of your portfolio or 10% to your portfolio in gold, right? We don't need gold and silver. So what? Gold and silver is constitutional money. Anybody who they will be easy to tell who they are. You just gotta ask them a few questions. You can tell who they are. Probably doesn't believe in blockchain and crypto neither. He's born in the system. He's born in the system, and there are countless others like him. They hate for this information to go out. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You need to just invest in the S&P 500 and contribute 100% to your 401k. Don't realize the world is changing, brother. This is a reset, like Bretton Woods, brother. The dollar, do you realize that Saudi Arabia is no longer required to buy, to receive dollars for oil? There's a tide shifting. You're learning you're learning the old stuff, brother. You gotta get hip. While copper and paper money class, silver and gold will continue to shine as real money. Good evening, brother. Good evening. Is there a crypto-backed silver? Yeah, it is. Dollar to silver ratio just jumped up $130 to $673. Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Warren Buffett never said own gold. Okay. Warren Buffett has about 5%. But you see Penny's still here, which means Penny likes the live stream. So Penny, while you're here, smash that like button for me, okay? And the other thing is that generally, in Warren Buffett and all of them, they have a small allocation of gold. Okay, matter of fact, here, let me check it out real quick. Let me Google it. I can tell you that they have at least 5% or something in their portfolio. Warren Buffett, 5% gold holdings. Let's see here. I remember him saying it one time. They might not have much, but they have. You'd be crazy to think they don't have a position in gold. Okay. And maybe not Warren. Let's see here. I do say as of April 2024, it says Buffett doesn't invest in gold, but has been open about investment style strategies, yada, yada, yada. Let's see here. Buffett has invested almost $1 billion in silver. Okay, so you might be right that he might not have gold, but he might have silver. It says he invested $1 billion in silver, which he prefers over gold due to its high value investing principles. Okay, so, but it does say that Buffett has reported to have made a small investment in one of the world's largest gold mining companies. So that's what I remember hearing. Buffett invests in gold mining companies, but he doesn't have actual physical gold, maybe. Now, Buffett did invest $1 billion into silver. So, they'll catch you on one little thing and see, he's wrong. He doesn't know everything. I never professed to know everything. But I want to add value to make people think and do their due diligence, right? So doing my own due diligence in the live stream, and I can correct myself. Maybe it says Buffett doesn't own gold, but he invests in gold mining stocks. Buffett invested $1 billion in silver. I mean, what am I selling people to get? Silver. They don't teach them this stuff. They don't know this stuff. XRP is the most undervalued asset on the planet. XRP is the most undervalued digital asset on the planet. Okay? And silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. Warren Buffett's father was a huge gold bug. Thank you for that, George. Warren Buffett's father knew what was up, okay? Warren Buffett's father knew what was up. His father was a huge gold bug, okay? The petrodollar is dead, and the United States is being sold to the U.S., to the UN. Yes, the United States is sold to the UN. They just passed this pact, okay, during an emergency, whatever rights or self-determination we should have is now given to the UN. That's corrupt. That's tyranny. We need to be definitely protesting that. U.S. sovereignty will be no more. That's correct. Host is self-educated, just like many of our forefathers. Yeah, I download this information from the cosmos, man. I get it from all places. The problem is you get your education from one place with one form of thinking, with one philosophy, and that's the problem. Average billionaire owns 100 million in gold. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The point of me saying Warren Buffett was really just to say that investors, successful, wealthy people, billionaires, they have some kind of position in metals, whether it's through mining stocks. Now, generally, they'll do stocks and ETFs and mining stocks, things of that nature. But the average person, the regular person, you want to have physical. Because you're playing in their game when you start playing in the paper markets with their dollar-denominated financial instruments. I live in Oklahoma, and gold is money here. Okay, so Penny say you don't need money. You just need Federal Reserve notes. He say, so what? Oklahoma gold is money. Yes, in Oklahoma, gold is money. You can spend gold the same way you spend dollars. That's money. But guess what? You hold on to the gold. The longer you hold on to the gold, the more valuable the gold is. The longer you hold on to the dollar, the less valuable the dollar is. So what do you want to hold on to? Agree 100. Silver is poor man's gold. I'm gonna tell you one thing about silver. Silver might be the rich man's gold. So I can see silver being on a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm telling you right now, I can see silver being. So you tell me this is what he says, right? So I'll pull this one up for you. Penny, you still there? So he said Brics is nothing to worry about, but doesn't understand how the global economy must function. Okay, because how can you say the nations that produce the resources for the world is irrelevant? Because do you understand the nations that are a part of Brics and what they provide to the world? And you're saying that them deciding to do trade outside of the dollar is irrelevant? Well, you have Brics beats dollar dependency. National currency settlements exceed USD payments. So they're dumping dollars, they're dumping treasuries, they're making bilateral trade agreements in other currencies. Oh, we don't have to worry about that. We just have to trust the Fed. We can trust the Fed. It doesn't matter if they're a private banking cartel, they've never been audited, and they're not part of the US government. Why would we question the Fed? Come on. You see, I saw another report. They say 60 to 70% of people don't have internal monologue. They don't think. Most people are used to being told what to think. And when you go to these schools, it's indoctrination. You're being indoctrinated. So you have people who are indoctrinated, and then they have this group of other people, and they're all indoctrinated, and they feel like they the chosen ones. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. So gold is currency of kings. Silver is the currency of knights. Debt is the currency of slaves. That's right. Debt is the currency of slaves. The US dollar is the currency of slaves. Because the US dollar is not money. It's a fiat currency. All fiat currencies go to zero. The dollar's no different. Dollar's no different. You know? But this is the thing. I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked that Penny thinks that the Federal Reserve does not need to be audited. That you would just trust these people who you don't know, that you didn't vote for, that are not in the public eye. I should have asked him who's on the board of the Federal Reserve. You can't tell me who's on the board. So you got these people who you don't know. You don't know what they're doing, what they're talking about, how they're manipulating the money and in the books. You don't know nothing because there's been no independent audit of the Federal Reserve, and you just want to trust these people? But you can't see throughout history what's happened to the economy, boom and bust economy, the national debt exploding. You don't see the Federal Reserve asset balance sheet just increasing because they're buying up assets. Why the hell are they buying up assets? What the hell are they buying up assets with? Pieces of paper, the dollar, adding digits to the screen? Well, shit, they could just buy up the whole world. If that's the case, money just grows on trees. He's been indoctrinated. He seems like a young boy has been indoctrinated by this system. Doesn't think. Doesn't make sense. I'm gonna trust a private banking cartel, and I don't need to audit them. I don't need an independent audit to make sure what they're telling me is the truth. So you just gonna go along with anybody, whatever they say, huh? Okay. How much of the world's population is tied to the countries that are in Brics? It's about 168. I think 168 countries in Brics right now. More are coming. Listen, it's over. It's over for fiat. It's over for the G7 nations. Even in France right now, France got a problem because they're no longer being able to rape and exploit Africa. Europe don't got no resources. Europe been raping Africa for decades, centuries. That's coming to an end. Niger stopping all of that. They ain't giving them no gold, no uranium. Okay, they in trouble. Europe is and then they going to war with Russia. Russia was providing energy to them. It's stupid. They going to war with their neighbor. That's why Putin, man, these people are psychopaths. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. They shooting their own self in the foot. For what? They're screwing their populace. They're screwing their people. Russia was providing energy to them. Russia's their neighbor. They should be trying to get along with Russia. But Nord Stream 2 was blown up. Now they're not getting enough uranium to power the coal, nuclear facilities to keep their houses warm. Inflation going crazy. They got migration problem. All type of stuff going on. See, the neurons not connecting, and that was the problem. Why I had to get them off, because it wasn't, as opposed to him. He said Brics is irrelevant, as opposed to him saying why is Brics relevant, to see if there were some things that he might not have been considering. Maybe there was a perspective or an understanding or overstanding that he did not receive about Brics. Maybe he could have been enlightened. Maybe he could have learned something. But he assumed he knew everything from the gate because he's been indoctrinated by the system, and I haven't. And so he thinks he's right and I'm wrong. As opposed to saying, well, why is it that you think Brics is so powerful? Why is it that you think Brics, is so influential? Because from what I understand, it's not. But maybe you know something that I don't. But the problem is that I already know what you know. I already know what they told you. I already know how you've been indoctrinated and what their philosophies is. I already know theirs. The problem is you don't know mine. You don't know ours. You either Keynesian or Austrian economics. Which one, at that point, usually the other one don't even know the difference from the other. They'll have a concept of the idea, but they're not ingrained in it to support their worldview, their zeitgeist. You know what I'm saying? Look, they be hating me, man. I'm telling you. Last time I had the CPA in here, he's a CPA, a certified planner or something. He's the one who probably reported my live stream talking about misinformation, and then they got my live stream back because there was no misinformation. But people like him, they mad at me. You know why? Because they're telling their friends and family the same stuff that they're learning. Okay? And what I'm telling them is contrary to what they know. And that puts them in a bad position because now it's forcing them to think about what they know and what they're telling people to do. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like cognitive dissonance. They can't receive any new information or perspective because it already challenges their worldview and they can't accept that. Couldn't accept it. Just gonna write off the rest of the world. How you gonna write off Brics? How can you write off? Oh my goodness! I just put up. Anyways, let me get down to these comments. That's why they want to keep Africa in turmoil and keep robbing and looting gold and riches. Yep. I agree in the field. Exactly. Russia, China, Africa. They say no more West. Yeah, gold stock, RTX. Tanzania has partners with government, good company. Okay. I heard 15 countries in the Brics is 60% of the world's population. Exactly. I mean, this is the thing. The other thing is about the ability to be able to see trends. Okay. You have to be able to project. You have to be able to, kind of foresee, right? What we're working with right now and where this could be. Where's the trend? That's why I talked about the G7 nations in decline. That's why I talked about the Brics nations in growth right now. They're growing greater than the G7 nations in regards to GDP. But I'm gonna tell you who likes this stream the most. It'd be the haters who like my live streams the most. I'm gonna tell you right now. The haters are watching the live stream, but they don't press the button because they don't want to add to my numbers. They don't want to tap the screen. They don't want to give more value, right? But what happens is the haters, they go tell their other friends, right? So you're gonna imagine Penny just got off a live stream with me and got decimated, okay? And now he feels some type of way. So he's gonna go talk to his friends and his family and his colleagues. Man, this guy on TikTok doesn't know what he's talking about. He said gold and silver is money because the Constitution says so. And I told him it wasn't, right? It's not. He said the Federal Reserve needs to be audited. And it doesn't. It's a private banking cartel. That's perfectly fine. We don't need to audit them. We don't need an independent third party to audit the Federal Reserve. This is what he's going to go. That's what I can imagine. And guess what? Well, who is this guy? Got him all flustered. They're going to come to the next live stream. And they're going to come to the next live stream after that. And we're going to convert them slowly but surely. They're going to say, you know what? I don't agree with everything what you're saying. but you do got some factual points, and maybe I should have a little allocation of physical silver and gold. Okay, that's what it's going to come down to at the end of the day if they be honest with themselves, if they hang around long enough. Because you know why? The data is going to continue to come out to support what I've been saying and what others have been saying. Jim Rickards, Robert Kiyosaki, other successful people who understand what's going on in a macro and micro economy, who understands what's going on globally with central banks and the rules. He's going to tell me, listen to this now. Penny going to come on here and tell me that gold is irrelevant, Brics is irrelevant, but the actual Bank of International Settlements, which is the central bank for central banks, okay, has labeled gold a tier 1 asset. If gold was irrelevant, why would the Bank of International Settlement change gold from a class 3 tier asset to a class 1 asset, which means accepted 100% for value and has zero risk associated to it? You understand? Everything else is speculative. Everything else has risk. Tier 1 asset, gold. And constitutional money, and Penny wants to come on a live stream and tell me that gold and silver is irrelevant and it's not money. Come on, Penny. Come on, man. I used to be this guy on TikTok and do real estate, man. I liked him, little Asian dude. He'd be like, come on, man. Gotta go get this money, man. Shout out to that brother. I forget his name. Funny, man. This stuff is funny. You see, and this is the thing. Even people in this space of economics and monetary policy and, things of this nature, nobody agrees 100% on everything, and nobody has 100% answers on everything. There are different views for how this roll out. But you cannot say, if you're educated and you're intelligent enough, you cannot say that gold and silver are not money. It just really looks bad, It looks bad on you. Gold and silver have been money since the times of Egypt. Before the United States dollar had the world reserve currency status, it was the British pound sterling. That was backed by silver. Before then, it was the Dutch, and then the Romans, and then the Greeks, and then Egypt. Kemet, Africa, was backed by gold and silver. Gold and silver have always been money. So you went to school and they told you that gold and silver is not money? You need to go get your money back. How much did you pay to get indoctrinated in that nonsense? You need to go back to that school and demand a refund. Because I can tell he went to school. He's a young guy. He looks like he went to school. Okay, you need to go get your money back. Okay, you paid to get dumber or something. Okay, really, that's what it came down to. Let me see here. Banks, families, bloodlines run the world. Don't get caught up in the puppet show. To really understand the free market capitalism, inflation, listen to Peter Schiff. Yeah, Peter Schiff is good too. Peter Schiff is good. Peter Schiff is good too. He's a little crazy when he talks about blockchain and Bitcoin the way he does. But he's coming to that side a little bit too. But I think he still thinks that the whole Bitcoin and everything is a scam and it's going to crash or whatever have you. But the underlying technology, which is blockchain, is here to stay. It's going to it's revolutionizing the world. Everything is moving on the blockchain. So that's where, I would differ with him. But I believe in Peter Schiff and what he says about gold all day. But the problem is that it's the Wizard of Oz, man. They have been able to rig and manipulate this market. They've been able to indoctrinate and dumb the people down, poison the people with fluoride in the water, calcifying their pineal gland. People don't know how to think straight. They go into these schools and these people are telling them whatever they want them to know and not telling them the truth. That's what's going on. But we have no free market. This is not a real market. This is a managed and rigged economy. It's been like that for a long time. This is corruption. That's what it is. That's right, priest. It's constitutional money, gold and silver. Exactly. Purgatory. Thank you. Well, purgatory, you need to let the Penny know. Because Penny tells me that gold and silver is not money, and it doesn't matter if it's constitutional. He might have been from another country. If you're not for the Constitution at this point, I don't know, you're not part of the United States. You're not an American. If you don't believe in the Constitution, you ain't American to me. Because if you're telling me that I'm telling you the Constitution says gold and silver is money, Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution, and you're saying that's irrelevant. You're saying the Constitution is irrelevant. Now I'm going to have to question your allegiance, and I want to know who you work for. I should have asked him who he worked for. Dino, you still here? Please, man, tell me. I want to know now. I didn't want to know at first, but God damn it, you got me fired up. I need to know who you work for and what school you went to. Come on, Dino, you still here. I know you still there. I know you listening. Because you know what? After a conversation like that, you're so upset, you have to stay on, but you don't want to know that you're on. You have to stay on to the end because you got to hear what got you so upset, because you need to hear more of it to prove that you was right, because you're just stubborn in your thinking. He's still on here. Dino, what school did you go to? And where do you work? Come on, Dino. I mean, not Dino. I say Dino. Dino showing me love. Penny, my fault. Penny, come on, Penny. I know you still here. Biggest wealth transfer in the world. Fixed to go get physical silver. Gold is universal. Yes, that's correct. Take me to church. Come on now. Why paper money is going to crash is because we got away from gold and silver. Yeah, I mean, that was it from the beginning. Good night, bro. I'll catch you tomorrow. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, Penny must have left, man. He gonna tap in. We gonna find out. The school of LaRouche. I remember that name, LaRouche. LaRouche, wasn't he running for president or something? LaRouche, the party LaRouche or something like that. Anyways, I don't know where he went, but look, I appreciate y'all, man. We've been on here for a little bit. I actually got on a little earlier today. I got on at 10:30. Usually I go live at either 9, 10, or 11 o'clock, or anytime in between it. The latest I'll go live is 10 o'clock. All right. So here we go. Silver Surges. Actually, that was a couple of days ago. Let me pull this up. No. Silver has self-healing abilities. Okay, that was a great article out of Kit Code. You can Google that one. Silver self-healing ability breakthrough on an anatomic level is huge. So people don't even understand that silver is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, self-healing, used for water purification, solar panels. I mean, the technological revolution that we're going through doesn't even exist without physical silver. That's why I say it's one of the reasons why it's the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. Peter Schiff believed the future is gold on a blockchain. Okay, good. I didn't catch that if he changed. Man, I didn't catch that yet, but yeah, gold is on the blockchain. That's what I'm saying. Everything is tokenized. So I agree with Peter Schiff on that. These assets will be tokenized on the blockchain. So look, I appreciate you guys. Any more questions or any comments? Look, go to @costmetals.com, @costmetals.com, referral code M.I.M.S or Ricardo Hamilton, www.atcostmetals.com. Get silver and gold at cost. Don't pay any markup. Okay. Don't overpay for physical silver and gold. Get it at cost. Colloidal silver, actual silver, healing properties. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love colloidal silver, Chose. Like anytime I feel sick or my dog gets something, we just take some colloidal silver. antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. And I just take the colloidal silver and I'm good. You know, that's all I live by, colloidal silver, man. You know, that's people don't even know the power of the colloidal silver and the benefits of using it. You know, that's old school remedy. That's old school remedy. Yep, colloidal silver. There's certain types though. You got to make sure you get, because there's a colloidal silver that can be adverse to your health. It's a way, what they call it. It's a colloidal silver. It's late. It's drawing a blank. I'll say I get mine from damn, where's the booklet? I'm drawing a Purist Colloids. PuristColloids.com. If you want to get colloidal silver, there's no referral for that, but Purist Colloids, PuristColloids.com. They have colloidal silver the proper way that it's supposed to be. I can look it up, but yeah, Purist Colloids. So yeah, I use it. It works great. Yep. See, people know about colloidal silver. Colloidal silver is great. Colloidal silver is great. So, any more questions or comments? Let me see. How is this going to look? I said I didn't take a good image of that. That's a graph of the national debt, U.S. national debt, out of control. Here we go. Here's the article. Industrial demand might consume the entire silver market by 2025. Understand what that means for the price of silver. When you have a supply shock, like that, that's taking place, I'm definitely going to check it out. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Bioactive silver. Yeah. So with that being said, look, folks, I'm going to let y'all go, man. That was a fire live stream. Penny, if you're still watching, I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for adding value. It's all love, no beef. You know, in this journey and me doing these live streams is really more about education. You know what I'm saying? And we just want to expose information and what's going on in this monetary system that people don't know. You know what I mean? But, you know, I have to vehemently disagree with you that the Federal Reserve doesn't need to be audited and that gold and silver isn't money. You know, and that's irrelevant, you know, and a lot of other things. But I appreciate everybody. This is Ricardo Hamilton, Crypto Rick, M.I.M.S, Make It Make Sense. I'm going to catch you guys on the next live stream tomorrow night, anywhere between 9 and 11 p.m. I'm out. Peace.